My name is Elisa. I am 25 years old. What you are about to hear is not fiction. It is a confession, a story about guilt, fear, love, and a mistake that changed thousands of lives. I used to work as a secretary at a well-known company. It was a respectable place, glass offices, strict schedules, ambitious people. Our director was 27, young, handsome, successful, and unmarried. Like many women in the office, I admired him. But unlike others, I loved him silently. To him, however, I was invisible, just another employee. During that period of my life, I enrolled in a driving school. I wanted independence, freedom, a sense of control over my own life. One evening, while my father was away on a business trip, I took his car out for a drive. The road was calm. The city lights felt comforting. Everything seemed perfect. Until suddenly, it wasn't. A man stepped onto the road. I slammed the brakes, but it was too late. I hit him. People screamed. Time froze. An ambulance arrived and took him away. The police took me in. I was terrified. But the man never filed a complaint. Because of that, I was released. Later, I learned the truth. Because of me, he would spend the rest of his life in a wheelchair. That knowledge destroyed me. I tried to help him financially. I offered money, support, anything. He refused everything. He was proud, quiet, unbroken in spirit. I couldn't forgive myself. So I began watching his life from a distance. I learned that he worked as an accountant at a small farm. One day, I gathered my courage and went to see him. At first, our conversations were cold, awkward, heavy with unspoken pain, but slowly, something changed. We talked every day about life, dreams, regrets, and with every conversation, my guilt grew deeper. Then one day, he told me he loved me. I panicked. Fear spoke instead of my heart. Without thinking, I said, I would never marry a disabled man. I will never forget his eyes. They froze. No anger, no tears, just silence. I left immediately. He stayed behind, watching me go. Months passed. My company began to collapse. We were on the edge of bankruptcy. If we didn't merge with another company, more than 3,000 employees would lose their jobs. This merger was our last hope. The meeting day arrived. Executives, lawyers, serious faces. And then I saw him, still in a wheelchair. My heart stopped. Moments later, the truth was revealed. He was the owner of the company we were negotiating with. The room fell silent. He looked at me only once. Then he stood up and said, I cannot accept this merger. He turned around and walked out of the room. Because of me, 3,000 people lost their jobs. That day, I understood something too late. A single sentence, a single moment of fear can destroy lives, including your own. So tell me, would you have forgiven me? After that day, everything collapsed. The merger failed. The company shut down. 3,000 people lost their jobs. And not a single one of them knew my name, but I knew. Every morning I woke up with the same weight on my chest. Every night I fell asleep with the same question burning inside me. I never went to see him. Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't deserve to. How do you ask forgiveness from someone whose life you broke twice? First, with a car. Second, with words. I heard he rebuilt his company, that he became even stronger, even more distant. Sometimes I imagine him standing in front of me, not angry, not cruel, just silent. And somehow, that silence hurts more than any accusation. I lost my job, my reputation, my future, but none of that compares to what I lost inside myself. Some mistakes don't end with consequences. They become a sentence, a lifelong one. This is not a story about love, it is a story about fear, and how fear can turn a human being into their own judge. I am Alisa, and this is the regret I will carry forever.